have you gotten everything done that you've wanted to accomplish this year for your entrepreneurial endeavor for your business?
No. If you asked me at the beginning of this year, would I be happy with where I am now? The answer would be definitely not.
Welcome to the Get Business Savvy podcast. I'm George Black, and this is AJ Bishop. I can relate to that. I'm close on some key major achievements, but I'm not there yet. And I'm feeling the pressure. And I think we all start to feel that this time of year. Like we've got the pressure of the holidays and expectations of how we want things to go. And then we're looking at our businesses and we're like, I didn't get it done, or it's not looking like I'm going to get it done. What are you feeling with all of that?
To put it simply, I guess just overwhelmed. You had all these goals and all these things you wanted to get done at the beginning of the year, and then you're looking back at how they didn't get done as you wanted, and the progress isn't where you needed, and you feel like maybe if I just try really hard to end this year, we could get there, or we can make up some of that progress, and we won't feel so defeated. It's kind of where I'm at this moment.
Can you name a specific thing that, gosh, if I could get, this thing done, or these are a couple of the things I really want to get done?
Well, our biggest issue has been an engineering challenge and redesigning the device to meet the needs of physical therapists. And I was hoping to have that done a couple months ago. And so, but the redesign takes the time that it needs, especially when we're limited on the number of engineers we have. And as our audience knows, I'm not one of them. We're kind of constrained on that, but also just in terms of audience build of physical therapists and the connections we're looking to build there. We're behind on the number of contacts we just want to have as well. So those would be the two biggest areas I say we're behind on.
So you really wanted to hit the end of the year with the design done, able to start rolling it out.
Knowing a few physical therapists who are a good network of physical therapists who are excited about it. And we're just not there.
Right. Yeah. And guys, back in January of this year, AJ and I recorded the audiobook of The Next Level Entrepreneur. The recording is great. We're in the final little minor edit stages, and I'm calculating like how many hours it's going to take. And it's like every goal has slid, and because of interruptions and things, but I really, really need this done and done so I can move on, because I've got big plans for next year. And I want you guys to be able to get this audiobook for Christmas, So
we've been talking about it since August.
Right. And we procrastinated. I procrastinated for months this year. Oh yeah, it's not a big deal. We'll get it done. Here we are. So, can you relate to this? It's like there's all this pressure. And I don't know about you, AJ, but do you have holiday plans this year?
Oh, definitely. I have family members coming in, and your typical holiday schedule of trying to meet a bunch of different people who are coming from across the country, and just trying to navigate all those travel details, and of course trying to make sure I have plenty of time to enjoy with people I don't get to see very often.
So what do we do? There's a trap, and I've been doing this for so long. I know this trap, and I still fall in the trap. And it's this. Here's the setup. Well, the holidays are coming up. Things are going to ease up, and I'm going to have some extra time, and I can catch up on some of those things that I've put off or just haven't gotten done yet.
And that's how I'm feeling heading into this holiday season, because I'm coming from a place of, this is my first holiday season not being in school. And so at that point, that was a complete pause. No classes, nothing to do. So it's a complete reset, having time to just relax and do whatever. So I kind of have, before talking to you right now, I'm kind of having the same mindset of, oh, great, the holidays are coming up. I'll have time to to catch up and get ahead of everything.
So let's all welcome AJ to the real world. And here's the thing. I know what's coming and I don't see it coming. It still blindsides me every single year. One of the traps I fell into for years was trying to wrap up all the business tax stuff. Well, I'll just do it after Christmas because the week between Christmas and New Year's is always really dead. Yeah, it's not. I've got family in, the kids are out of school. Not anymore. They grew up and went away. But it's like, so there's all this stuff that you want to go do. It's the holidays and you can't because you didn't do this back in October when you could have.
And not to mention, if any of those things rely on other people, they're out of the office and you got to juggle all those calendars. And then there might be other people who, like you, procrastinated and now they need you to help them at the end of the year. Or more people are going to be on your desk asking for things because they're also procrastinating to close the year. So that last week between Christmas and New Year seems like it would be a time to take a break. But I imagine that's everybody's going through the same thing at the same time. So that just creates I guess you'd call it business traffic.
Yeah, exactly. And it's quieter. Most people are out of the office, that sort of thing. I can get something done. Whether you work for yourself, work for you've got a big team, or maybe you've got a full-time job and you're also doing the entrepreneur gig. It's a trap. And what happens is we lose out on something. Something's gonna go. Something's gonna give.
What we don't want to give is our personal lives or our moments with family or just time to, like we talked about in our summer episode, kind of the same concept is you need time to renew.
Right. Yeah. So AJ, you said a minute ago, you're feeling overwhelmed by the thought of all the things you'd like to do. I don't think I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling the pressure like a weight. Like I've got to get this monkey off my back. I've got to get this load out of here. And I just want to get it finished so bad. And I know when I'm that way, I sacrifice the wrong stuff.
And do you think that pressure is almost like an event planner's type of pressure where, okay, from if we have a week-long event, every minute of every day of every hour is planned and has to go exactly according to plan. And we have to be completely efficient if we want this to be a successful week. And then by the end of that, you just feel like you completed an operation rather than you spent time with family and enjoyed the holiday season.
Yes. And so let me give a little example because this just happened. This was Thanksgiving pre-holiday stuff. So the December stuff. And my sons were coming in from two different places with their wives. And everybody was headed out to this place in the country to meet up. And I knew approximately when they were coming. So I'm doing really good. I've got everything lined up, cars getting loaded, all that stuff. I'm ready to go. And I'm looking at my desk and I'm just going like, I could probably knock out one or two more little things here real quick and go. And I literally had to tell myself, you're done. I go, yeah, but I've got a few more minutes. No, you're done. Leave. Close the laptop, turn it off and leave. I literally... Good thing I was the only one in the house because it would have looked really weird. I literally had to chew myself out. Like, get in the car and leave. Now, here's what happened. I did that. I followed that. I arrived at precisely the same time my two sons and their families arrived. It was just amazing. Had I stayed in the office even 3 or 4 or 5 more minutes, I would have missed that, arriving at the same time and the hugs and unloading and, hadn't seen you. Wow. All that stuff. I'd have missed all that.
And so really that's your work boss as an entrepreneur, the boss that you have telling you what to do. that's you saying, "Oh, you just take a few minutes from the family. It's okay. These little things they'll be done, and you'll be happier, and you won't regret those moments." The work boss is trying to tell you the moments aren't important, and you can lose a few of them to get ahead and work.
My experience is screaming at me, you will miss those moments if you don't go to them. I can think back over the years as the boys were growing up, all that sort of thing, and it was like literally just close the office door. I'm not going in. I'm not going to go, or I'm not going to go to the company. I'm not going to go. I'm going to focus on them. And it is a sheer act of willpower because you've got, like you're talking about, these things are overwhelming you. For me, the pressure, you want to get it done and you can't.
So George, when you're feeling that, and as you're conscious of it this year, I know you said you feel this every year and you know it's coming. Do you have any strategies this year to avoid that pressure or to at least ease some of it?
Yeah. I think the first thing you have to do is what we call Live Truly Free days. We have the renew day, which is on a renew day, you don't do anything work related. I think what we need to do, AJ, you and me both, and encourage everybody in the audience is just take out the remaining calendar for December and even to the early part of January and just literally block out days that, okay, I'm not going to work on those days. These are the days I'm going to work. What are the most important things I want to try to accomplish on those days? If I get them done, great. If I don't, I got next year.
Yeah, and I think that's an important point, and the concept of a renewed day fits perfectly for it because what can be more renewing than, especially in the holiday season, you're getting around with family that you don't get to see very often, and especially when they do get all together, that exact group of people, the odds of them all being in the same room together, it's not 100% ever again. Just given like holiday travel schedules, maybe someone's going to be with the in-laws next Christmas, and all of that can change for everybody in that room, and you might be willing to sacrifice that just for work. That doesn't sound like a good trade-off to me. And the concept of renewing in those moments and enjoying those limited moments that you have, that I think will give you more renewal, and then you can carry that energy off into next year and if use that to fuel you and to accomplish the goals you set out.
Yeah. So what I think I'm hearing you say, AJ, is regardless of your circumstances, whether you're married, single, solopreneur, entrepreneur, you've got people to do the holidays with, you don't, whatever, the unique moments are only going to happen once. They might happen again, but even if they do, let's say the same people gather again next year or a few years later or something like that, it still won't be the same. You're going to be in a different season of life. They will be in a different season of life. And if these are important people in your life, and it may not be family, it may be just close friends. I have friends who are closer than family and we're getting together. I don't want to lose those moments. And I definitely don't want to lose those moments to trying to cram stuff in at the end of the year.
Yeah. And so what I'm thinking as we're talking about this is my strategy for the year is Christmas comes on a Monday.
Okay.
So I think that Friday, the 22nd, is going to be my hard deadline end of the year. If I'm procrastinating and cramming, it better be up to that deadline, because after that, we're blocking out some renew days for the holidays and to just spend time with family. That's the strategy I'm going with after this conversation.
I think that's a really clean way to do it. It's like, okay, hard stop, 22nd, and then I'm going to pick it up somewhere in the first week of January. I like that. Mine's not that simple because I've got family coming in and they'll be here like pre-Christmas. And this is a whole nother thing, but I've had to get into the mindset of like, Christmas is a day, someone decided December 25th or whatever is the religious holiday you're celebrating. It's on whatever day it is. And I've decided I've had to decide this because I never know when family's going to come in. It's like Christmas is here when we're all here. And
Christmas is a season. It's December 25th plus or minus a week and a half.
Yeah. So, but I'm trying right now now that I know the days, I'm trying to clear those days off and just go, okay, I'm going to push things this way and that way. And I want to be present. I want to be available. And for whoever's here or for whatever I'm doing in those days. Ironically, there's not much happening post Christmas Day through New Year's, at least right now. So I may be making those days where I'm finishing up things and kind of gutting the early part of December.
Yeah, and being present, I think that's the main thing I was thinking of when I thought of, okay, December 22nd is the hard cutoff, because even if I let it go through, I mean, people aren't going to come until Christmas Eve. So even if I let it go through the day before, I feel like I just need a day in between just to press reset and to step away from everything, because if not, I won't be fully present, and my wheels are still going to be spinning about, oh, I need to contact this person, or if I talk to this physical therapist this way, I think that'll help me out, or I can give them this. Though all of the ideas will still be going in my mind if I don't give myself at least a breath in between the grind and the relaxation.
Yeah, I think that's good. In fact, you may want to make it sooner than the 22nd. So guys, here's what we're saying is, heads up, this happens every year. And we're not even saying once you get we're just focusing on the business side of your life for the holidays. We're really not even talking about now, how do I navigate the holidays with this family coming in, or family members who just pop by that I didn't even know were going to come by, or, all of that's a whole nother level of stresses and things like that.
Yeah, how to navigate the unique moment.
Right. Because literally, we think, oh, it's going to be a great time of relaxation and stuff. I would suggest this is look for the key moments with the key people that are most important to you. Focus on them. And we're going to have some great ideas and systems and things as we get around to beginning of January that we'll begin to share with you, so that it makes this time of year better next year. But for now, just shut it down. When you're ready, create some space by just calling them renew days. No work. We're going to still be coming at you with podcasts, so we'll keep talking about this. But we just want to kind of give you a heads up. The holidays are upon us. We're going to still be doing podcasts, so keep listening. And last week's was really good on Thanksgiving. I know you're going to enjoy it. So check it out. And until next week, may you live truly free.